Good evening, all you girls, guys, and ghouls, and welcome to the Halloween show, aka Schtick or Treat, presented by CSz Milwaukee. We are so happy to have you all with us on this very spooky night. The first thing we're going to do is introduce some wonderful improvisers that will be joining us this evening, like Alicia Altstetter, Rolly Cafaro, Sarah Calvert, Dick Chudnow, Mike Durenberg, Alan Guzkowski, Michael Kittleson, Jack Packard, Mark Redlick, Deborah Stencil, Julie Ferris Tillman, Will Washkoon, Dave Wirtz, and your host for the evening, Mike Kouth.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining us here for our Halloween special. We're excited that you are tuning in. We've got a bunch of different games for you. You just saw all the improvisers that we have that are going to be participating in here. One thing that we need from everybody throughout the show, because it is an improvisational show, we are going to need your suggestions. So when I ask for something, please do me a favor and type it into the chat on YouTube here that you see that we are streaming. I will go to that YouTube. Hello. We will go to that YouTube chat and we will grab a bunch of different suggestions. When I ask for the suggestions, go ahead, just start typing them in, and then I will grab one when I see them. An example is I might ask for like your favorite Halloween costume. So you would type into the chat your favorite Halloween costume, and after a little bit, I will go back to that after explaining the game, and I will grab one of those suggestions that is hanging out inside of that chat, and then we would do a game or play a scene based off of the suggestion that you have given to us. Okay, so once we do that, then we will get that game started. The first game that we're going to play needs a whole bunch of different suggestions, but they're just going to be based on your initials. Okay, so what I'll need from you in the chat is go ahead and start typing in now the different initials that you have, your first initial and your last initial. This first game that we're going to play is called Trick or Treat. What'll happen is we're going to start off where I'm hosting. I am home. I am about to hand out some candy to all the different trick-or-treaters, and the improvisers are going to be those trick-or-treaters. When we ask for the initials, the doorbell will ring, they'll say trick or treat, and then whatever they're wearing, whatever their costume is going to be determined by those initials. If an example is if it was A and B, it'd be like, oh, look, it's an abstract banana. All right. And then that person will start acting like an abstract banana until the next trick-or-treater approaches the stoop. And then once they have that, the trick-or-treater who was just endowed will endow the next trick-or-treater, and we'll run through all our different trick-or-treaters. So we have a lot of wonderful initials coming through. I see, let's see, the very first one that I see is LP. We have LP as our initials. So we will start with our trick-or-treating. Feel free to keep putting in your initials during out, because throughout this game I will pop back in and give the improvisers new initials as well. All right. So again, thanks for being here. We have a very fun Halloween show planned for you. All right. So let's go. Trick or treat is upon us. All right. So LP, by the way, LP are those initials. Hey, put out the candies. Got the fun size Snickers, the not so fun size Snickers. All right. The half eaten Snickers. Those have been popular this year. Okay. Put that over here. Oh, looks like a trick-or-treater is at the door.
Ding dong.
Oh,
Trick or treat.
wow, a little princess.
You're so much larger than I, but I still rule with an iron fist. That's right. Everyone must do my princess bidding. Come to my tea party. Bring me presents.
Ding dong.
Oh, look. It's a lazy partier.
Hey man, I'm just coming for some candy. I was over at my place. Music was kind of loud, and I didn't have the energy to turn it down. And I got the munchies, so I just thought I'd come over. Oh,
trick or treat!
Look. Oh, you're so cute! Look, it's a Latvian Pope.
Oh, I take the holy water and sprinkle it on you and a little bit on you. And then we all sit down for some nice latkes. Yeah.
Ding dong. Trick or treat.
Oh, look. It's a loony papa.
Hey, kids, come on over here. I want to play a little trick. See that bucket of water on the doorsill? When your mom comes in, it's going to land on her head. Okay, kids. Shh.
Ding dong, trick or treat.
Oh, hi, it's a lusty policeman.
Do you know why I pulled you over? Oh, yes, I saw you going 20 miles over the limit. You want to go even more?
Ding dong, trick or treat.
Oh, hello, it's lukewarm pizza.
Hey, does anybody feel like taking a risk? Maybe I'm spoiled, maybe I'm not. I'm supreme, but now I'm just kind of
Ding dong, trick
All
or
right,
treat.
hold on 1 second there, Mr. Kittleson. We're going to give you some new initials. We have JB. JB are the new initials. JB. Go ahead, Alan.
Oh, terrific. It's a jazzercising ballerina.
Ooh, yes, we are gonna work it. 1, 2, 1, 2. And I go in circles like this because yay! 1,
Ding
2.
dong. Trick or treat.
Oh, look, it's a juggling barometer.
Oh, that's right. The temperature. It's cold today. Oh, almost as cold as
Ding
these
dong.
balls. Oh, look.
Trick or treat.
It's a junior barrister.
All right. Order in my court. Perhaps someday, maybe. I don't know. I'm working my way up the ladder. Thank you so much for these Snickers. Oh, thank you. I can't hear.
Ding dong, trick or treat.
Oh, that's awesome. I have a Jesus believer at the door.
Oh, yay. Oh, I think I'm going to spread the word tonight. I'll turn a haunted house into a place of prayer. Yes, I will.
Ding dong, trick or treat.
My goodness, it's a jinxed beatnik.
I mean, I would write a poem, but I have this curse and nothing rhymes and nothing's cool. I can't even snap because I'm jinxed and it doesn't work. But whatever, man.
All right, 1 second, Will. Hold on, Will. We're going to give you some new initials. PS. PS. Take it away.
Ding dong, trick or treat.
Oh my goodness, it's a popping skunk.
Oh yeah, here we go. Look out for these moves. Where's everyone going? Where's everyone going? Yeah, there it is. Okay. Whew. Whatever. I can still work. I can still
Ding
work.
dong! Trick or treat!
Whoa! It's a pulverizing seal.
Are you ready to go down? I'm gonna slap you silly. You haven't seen anything yet until I take my flippers out. Hold on
Ding
one second,
dong.
little girl. Oh wait,
Trick or treat.
it's a paparazzi slapper.
Are you trying to get a picture of me? That's right. Are you trying to get a picture? I'm going to slap you if you get a picture of me. You may not. I said no. No consent was given.
Ding dong. Trick or treat.
Oh, look. It's a polite Santa.
Oh, yeah, I'd like some candy, please, because I'd also like to give it to the kids when it comes around for those cold days. Whoa, because that's what a nice Santa would do. Also,
Ding dong! Trick or treat!
Aren't you cute? A little prehistoric shaman.
You have the sickness.
Trick or treat.
Oh, look, it's a pious senator.
What we do here is try to help the country, whichever way we can. Sometimes we fail miserably, and sometimes we don't. You never know what's going to happen with us because we're the greatest people in the world. We're fantastic.
All right, 1 second, Durnberg. Let's go with another set of initials. We have EC. EC. So your initials now are EC. Let's see some EC trick-or-treaters.
Ding dong, trick or treat.
Oh, look, it's an edgy cow pie.
Okay, this one looks like it has some glass shards in it. Well, let's try it anyway.
Oh.
I don't know about that one. Ooh.
Ding dong, trick or treat.
Oh, it's an extraordinary calendar.
Every single month has 33 days. Why? Because 2020 will never end. It's a
Ding
horror that
dong,
will
trick
just
or
go on.
treat.
Oh, greetings. It's an elastic cowboy.
Yeehaw! Blue, blue, yeehaw! Here I come to save the day. Woo!
Ding dong, trick or treat.
Oh, look, it's some extra cinnamon.
That's right. Oh, that challenge was terrible.
Ding dong.
Terrible.
Trick or treat.
Oh, look who's here. It's an enormous caterpillar.
I just want some leaves in my bag. Please. I'm not big enough. Oh, I'll get some after I tend to
Trick or treat.
this emu crusader.
Follow me. We will go to the Middle East and find the Holy Grail.
Ding dong, trick or treat.
Oh, look. It's an egregious census taker.
Well, I'm just gonna say there's 5 of you in this household, 5, 1, 10, it's all the same. These aren't big mistakes.
Ding
We'll
dong,
go
trick
the
or
dog.
treat.
Oh, look at that, an electric cheerleader.
Yeah, all right, here we go. And oh no, not that one, not that one. And oh,
Ding dong!
okay.
Trick or treat!
Ooh, look at you! You're a totally electable cobra.
Well, if you haven't seen, I'm the only true snake on the ballot this year. If you would be oh so kind, I would like to show you my proposed plan, but I don't have hands, so I can't point at it. Oh, hello!
Ding dong. Trick or treat.
Oh, look, it's one of those electoral children.
I actually represent many children. So
as I come up to place my order, it's for literally thousands of others. And we demand more
All right.
allowance.
And that's time for that game. Excellent. Give it up for all your improvisers right there. Nicely,
Clap,
nicely
clap, clap,
done.
clap, clap.
Clap, 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 clap. Very good. Bravo, bravo. So that is our opening game. Perfect. The look on your face leads me into our next game, Rolly. We have the game of Kubrick. We're going to play the game of Kubrick here, the horror edition. Kubrick has made a few scary movies in his day, and this is going to be another one of those kind of scary movies. What's going to happen is I need to get a title for a movie that's never been made before. All right, maybe a new Halloween themed title. So in the chat right now, type in a title that you would like to see. And what's going to happen is one of our players, Dick Chudnow, is going to be the new Kubrick. He's going to be directing this movie, this play that you're about to see. The thing is, though, he's very specific. Kubrick was known for being a pretty hard director, a lot of different takes, a lot of changes to the scenes. That's what's going to happen is Dick is going to watch Mark and Deborah perform in the scene, and throughout he'll stop them and he'll make his suggestions on what he wants the scenes to actually, what he wants to change about them. So that's all up to Dick. So for this, I needed a title for a movie, or a play that we are going to see, and we have, The Sheep Who Went Mad. Oh my goodness. So the title of this movie that is going to be directed by Dick is The Sheep Who Went Mad. That is the suggestion for it. So we will get that going, and we will see the game of Kubrick starring Dick, Deborah, and Mark. Thank you very much. Here we go.
Darling, I can't find Bessie anywhere. She's gone missing.
No, not Bessie.
Yes, I know. I thought Bessie was acting strangely all day, but I never thought she'd leave the pen.
Hey, cut. That was great. That was beautiful. You guys are beautiful. You're doing a really good job. Deborah, you know, like the nomination you got for your part in Little Girl, Big City, I want you to be more shocked. I mean, your pet sheep is missing. This affects you very much. This is a horrible thing. Okay, so I want you to really build it up. Okay, here we go. Begin.
I never thought she'd leave the pen.
What? No!
Yeah, it's true. Hold it together, for goodness sakes.
No, I can't believe it.
It's true. And it was her day to get sheared. You know what happens when her coat gets too full.
No, I don't. What happens?
Hey, cut. Yes, you do. Look at the script. You know what happens.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I was
Now,
doing
the
surprise.
sheep. The sheep is going to come in, and the shot. Don't forget. And the sheep is messed up. And Mark, I want you to see it. We want to see it in your face. How messed up this sheep is. I don't know what happened to it. That's for you to improvise. Are you ready? Go from your line, Deborah. Whatever that was. Go.
I do know what happens. She gets shot.
Okay, cut. That's great. Mark, this is going to be your Oscar-winning moment.
Okay.
This is your scene. This is what you did this picture for. This is why we hired you on. Oscar-winning moment at your shock of what happened to your pet sheep. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Take it up from when you started. Okay, go.
Deborah! This sheep is not ours anymore. It's not ours to have. We cannot contain it in any way, shape, or form. This sheep has gone
That was great, Mark. Thank you. You are something. Now, Deborah, we go to you. Your reaction for this is very important. So we're going to get a close-up of you and just your nonverbal reaction to this. Okay, we're going to get a close-up. Are you ready for your close-up?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go. Nice. We'll use that. We'll use that. We don't have to take that again. Okay, we're going to our final scene. This is the big one. This is the song, the duet that you guys have for this picture. I hope you studied your lines for this duet. My sheep, my sheep, my sheep. Okay, are you ready, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Take it away. Go.
My
My
sheep,
sheep,
my
my
sheep,
sheep,
my
my
sheep.
sheep,
It won't sleep, my sheep.
my sheep won't sleep with other sheep.
It's cheap, my
Okay,
sheep.
This is
So
okay. Cut. This is a family picture, so we don't want any sheep sleeping with each other. This is going to be an upbeat tempo, even though because you got your new sheep. You know, you got that new sheep, so it's going to be kind of upbeat. All right, you ready? Go.
this new sheep has got a new sheep smell.
This new sheep is mad as hell.
This new sheep is gonna go and tell.
Wow, I think that's swell.
Oh well.
Hey, there we go. That's time.
That's a wrap.
Oh, that's a wrap. Excellent. Give it up for our Kubrick, Dick, Deborah, and Mark. Thank you very much. I look forward to never seeing that in the theater. All right. So our next game that we're going to play is Chain Murder. Ooh, Chain Murder has Jack, Julie, and Mike Durenberg in it. So if you can make yourselves seen, ooh, Jack, Julie, and Mike Durenberg, thank you kindly. I am going to put them on hold, and they are not going to be able to hear what we're getting for suggestions here, because they are all going to be put on hold for this. Actually, you know what? I should bring Jack back because he needs to hear all this. So there we go. Sorry about that, Jack. Hey, welcome back.
I'm back. I did it.
All right. So Jack is back. I needed him here because what's going to happen in the game of Chain Murder is it's sort of like a telephone, if you've played that before. So we're going to get some suggestions for Jack right now, and then I'll explain the game in a moment. So what we need here first is a location, a spooky Halloween-like location where Jack is going to be. Okay, so start putting that into the chat, a location. I'm also going to need an occupation. So if you could type that into a chat, specifically the one we have going here, how about an occupation that doesn't exist? So maybe take two things like a kangaroo babysitter or something like that and mash them together, pop them into the chat, and we'll see what unique occupation Jack has. And then I need the last 2 bits of information I need from you is 2 different weapons, but nothing that would actually hurt somebody. How about 2 things that you find around the fall weather, things you would find around Halloween time, maybe a decoration that you put out, something you would give to a child when they come knocking at your door. So Jack, I've got a few different things coming in here for your location. First one off the bat, great. We're going to give you a corn maze. You're going to be inside of a corn maze, and both words mean corn. So that works out perfectly for you, Jack. Hey, and now we need some sort of new occupation for Jack as well. And Oh, that's fantastic. We have a kitten gardener. You are going to be a kitten gardener for this.
Perfectly creepy. That's great.
Indeed. I always wondered where kittens came from. So the garden. And we need 2 different weapons that he's going to put together to be his murder weapon in the game of chain murder. A few different things coming in here. I see spider web. We have spider web. Ooh, a spider web. And that spider web will be attached to a pumpkin. We have a pumpkin. So you have a spider web and a pumpkin meshed together, and those will be your weapons. Thank you, everybody, for those suggestions. Very good. So what's going to happen now in this game is Jack is going to have to communicate those different elements that he got to the next player through mime and gibberish alone. Mime meaning he has to act it out, and gibberish an unintelligible, just like that, I guess, an unintelligible language. So Jack, why don't you go ahead, review for our viewers what you're going to try to pass on.
Absolutely. In this game, our location is a corn maze. My occupation is a kitten gardener, and the murder weapon is a spider web attached to a pumpkin.
Fantastic. Now, one element that is a big part of this game is that it's going to be timed. All right, so they only have 5 minutes to communicate all of this all the way down to Michael Durenberg. And then he has to try and guess all of these things. And if they get it right, they get some candy, assuming they have candy in their homes. All right. So let's bring Julie. You ready, Jack?
I'm ready.
All right, we're bringing Julie back in the room here. She should pop onto our screens. Now, there we are, Julie. All right, we've got 3 different things for Jack to communicate with you. 5 minutes on the clock, and go.
Zump dump dump a zump dump 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 zump dump zump so but Zata Susam, Fontamana, Zippy, Zitable. Simple. Yeah, mew. Zaza, but Zaza, but Zata Zanta Funda. Zanta Fontaba, Duda, Zambonta Tonta Santos, a pot the book. Oh, Zanta, Zanta Bana, Santa Futabu, huh? Ooh, so. Zata Buddha. Zata, Fontable.
All right. Excellent. There we go. All right. You're at 1 minute and 45 seconds. All right. You've used up 1 minute and 45 seconds to get that information. We'll bring Durenberg back in here, and you'll have to communicate that information back to him. All right. And here we go. We're bringing Durenberg back into the room. Dun, 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 dun. There he is. All right, Mr. Durenberg, you've got plenty of time. 1 minute 45 has been used. I gave you 5 minutes, so you can really saunter through this. All right? So enjoy. Take it away, Julie.
Bata.
Oh.
Bata. Oh. Bata.
Oh, yeah, it's bad. Zidabala. Oh, Zidaba. Oh, apa sih dia? Slow.
Oh,
Oh, Zidaba. No, but so, but Zilibidiba. Oh. Oh, so like double. Oh, the double. Oh, the Zilabalaba. Oh, the double, the da, labalaba. Oh. The double. What is the double? The double, ooh, the double, and cha. Oh, the double. So, oh, the double. Oh, the double. The double. It's all about.
All right. It looks like you have got it right there with plenty of time, 30 seconds to spare there. So we are going to find out some elements. We need to capture this murderer. We need to know where it happened, what the occupation of said murderer is, and what those weapons were that he or she used. All right. So Mr. Durenberg, where were you?
I was in a cornfield.
Oh, no. That is super close. Let's see if we can still capture this guy. Julie, where was this perpetrator?
Was in a corn maze.
Yes. Ding, ding, ding. Check mark. We got that maze. Whoa, welcome back, Jack. Excellent. And let's see what that occupation was, Mr. Durenberg. What was the occupation of our killer?
I think he was a kitten collector.
Ooh, I can see why you say that, but not quite. Julie, help us out here. What did this person do? What were they? Kitten is correct.
I think he's a kitten farmer.
I'll give that to you. A gardener. Kitten gardener.
A kitten gardener.
Yeah. So what are farmers if not gardeners? And what are gardeners if not farmers? All right. So we will now go to Durenberg. What were your two weapons, sir?
Oh wow, this is where it really gets down and nasty. It's a creepy spider and a spooky jack-o'-lantern.
Yes, I will give that to you for sure. We've got our spider webs and our pumpkin, which would be a jack-o'-lantern. Give these three a nice big round of applause and let them hear it in the chat. Nicely done. Excellent, Julie, Mike, and Jack. We are going to keep things going with the game of Ghost Story. Oh, so for Ghost Story, I'm going to need another title in the the chat from you. Make up a story, something that's never been made before. We're going to tell you a brand new ghost story. All right. So our improvisers are going to join us in a moment. They're going to dim the lights and they're going to tell you a story. They're going to tell you that story, though, only when I put a spotlight on them so their video takes up the whole screen. When the video is on that person, they will be telling it. And then when it changes to somebody else, they'll have to continue that story wherever the previous person left off. And this ghost story tonight is going to be told to you by Alicia Altstetter, Alan Guskowski, Michael Kittleson, Rolly Cafaro, Dave Wirtz, Will Washkoon, and Sarah Calvert. Oh, so why don't you all come on up onto the old screens here? Join us, if you will. Dun, dun. Super spooky. So right now I'm letting people type some different titles into the chat, and we'll grab one of them and we are going to tell our spooky story. So I will spotlight my video first. And I'm going to look over here. We have, ooh, I think Coram is actually saying Nito for that last scene, but I'm going to take that as part of our suggestion. And we're going to have Nito Hangnails 2. Nito Hangnails 2. Oh, Nito Hangnails 2. Here we go with our story. Take it away.
It was a dark and stormy night. It had been 3 years to the night since Frank had last trimmed his nails. They had grown long, but in the wrong direction. He didn't
want to trim them again. For the last time that he gave them a snip, he ended up making a giant mess of things and bleeding all over his very nice throw rug. So
Jack turned around and he decided that he was not going to let these nails do to him what they had done before. He loved his rugs as well, so he knew that he was going to have to protect them. What he did is he put gloves over his hands to protect himself from himself. No one
saw him because he was in his basement cellar, and he applied his clown makeup with his gloved hands. When I go out on the streets tonight, it will be the last time these
nails would ever be seen again. But one thing Frank did not notice was that the gloves that he put on were not durable enough for those nasty, ugly, atrocious hangnails popped through each one of the silicone fingers. Oh no.
Frank didn't actually notice that they were hanging out when he went out into the street. He walked down to the neighbor's house where he had been invited to a party. He was excited to see the other people in his clown makeup disguise.
And so he approached the door, rang the doorbell with his one long fingernail. And thus, just then, the door opened and it was Amber.
Here, Frank! I told you never to come here! Never! Not with you and your... gloves on. That's
great. I didn't know you had gloves on this year. But Frank had realized that she had realized his nails had protruded through, so he concocted an idea. No fingers means no hangnails. He rushed off to the woods with a hatchet in one hand and a towel
in the other. He had the perfect plan. He just needed to find where to do it. Should he choose the abandoned shed or the sawmill? He couldn't
decide. Well, the quickest way from point A to point B is a straight line.
And so he looked ahead and saw that the sawmill was straight ahead of
him. He went in, and though it was abandoned, he turned it on
and stuck his hand near the blade. It turned round and round and came nearer and
nearer to his fingers. This was amazing. No one was here, but the saw was running by itself. Frank took it as a
Omen. A good omen, actually. Well, there are bad omens, but this was a good omen. He knew that if he stuck his hand into this blade that had just started up all by itself, he might be free of the curse of the growing hangnails. So
he quickly slided it closer.
Oh, the hand was nearly on the blade. He put it to the metal, and the
little girl who lived in the sawmill came around the corner and shrieked, "What?"
Ah, no! If you cut off your fingers, you'll never be able to describe Kentucky Fried Chicken as finger looking good again, she screamed.
And he said, "Point taken."
I'm going to not saw off my fingers. Thank you, little girl.
Yes, thanks, Amber. Wait a minute.
How did I know your name was Amber? That's so
strange. Oh, well, I'm strange, and these hangnails are strange, but
That doesn't matter, she said, because I love biting fingernails, but I've bitten mine completely down to the quick, and I'm still hungry.
So she opened her mouth, and Frank approached, the nails getting close.
Sir, to her mouth, but he looked at his hand and the hangnail was gone. Amber raised her hand, and lo and behold,
it was full of hangnails. His hangnails had transferred to her hands.
And then he realized the door to the sawmill was locked. He was trapped in.
Trapped he was. He and Amber now with the hangnails was coming after him. Oh, Frank.
And the saw was still running. It was automatic for some reason. There was no place Frank could escape. Sharp things here, spinning sharp
things there.
Gross hangnails over there. Where was Frank to go?
He ran at Amber, picked her up, took her nails and slid them through the saw. They were
gone. Again, they seemed to just disappear. They had jumped back to him.
Onto his hand, but his right hand hangnails were on his left hand, and he wasn't ambidextrous, so he didn't know how to get rid of them this time. He thought,
that's time. Excellent job there. Give it up for all your storytellers for this round. I left them wanting more. That is something next year we are going to have to catch up on and see what happens to old Frank and his fingernails. Nicely done, everyone. So this next game we have is Switch Interview with the Vampire. It is disturbing. Ooh. All right, Switch Interview with the Vampire. This game is for Julie, Deborah, Dave, Wirtz, Dick, Mike, D, Will, and Jack. All right. So they're going to be playing the game of Switch Interview with the Vampire. I need a bunch of different Halloween themed suggestions. So whatever you want to pop into the chat, be it a Halloween costume that you love dressing as, something that you got on Trick or Treat other than candy, something someone gave you, spooky things, decorations that you've seen, any sort of a character, if you want to pop in a character in there, anything that you think is related to Halloween, go ahead and pop it into the chat. And throughout this next game, I'm going to be looking through the chat, and we're going to have a interview happening. So one player will be the interviewee, one person will be the interviewer. They'll do a really short, quick interview about the subject that I get from you in the chat, and I will say switch. New person will come in, a brand new interview based off of a brand new suggestion will take place, and we'll rotate through everyone, giving them a chance to show you their brand new shows. So I see a bunch of things coming in through the chat. Fantastic. And throughout this game, feel free to continue to put things into the chat because I'll need a whole bunch of different suggestions. Some of them nice and scary already. So let's get this going. Let's get Julie and Deborah up here to begin with. Give them a nice, show them a little bit of love in the old chat. All right. So your suggestion for this first Switch interview, we have, werewolf. Werewolf is your suggestion. Go ahead, take it away.
Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to WERE. Today, I have a very special guest. This is Dr. Lucinda von Schmerz. Doctor, you are the foremost expert in werewolves.
I am. Part of it is my comprehensive understanding of their stylish use of fur and teeth to make a persuasive statement.
Now, when you say they use their fur and teeth to make a persuasive statement, could you elaborate?
And switch. Fair. All right, we got our next player coming up. This one we have Bats. Bats, go ahead.
Hi, welcome back to My Ex-Wife. With me today is my ex-wife, who happens to be absolutely crazy. Go ahead, dear. Tell him why you left me this time.
I miss you so much. Come back to me.
Switch. That was Bats. All right, next player up. We've got, this is interesting, we've got Bulldog Wrinkles. Bulldog Wrinkles. All right, so this is Dave and Dick. If you want to join us, Mr. Chud now. Okay, all right, take it away, Bulldog Wrinkles.
Hello again, we're back. And I knew you'd stick with us because we have the most interesting guest I think that we've ever had. Someone who knows dogs like the back of his leg. This is David, the white whale wrestling champ, who wrestles dogs and has a method of wrestling bulldogs. Tell us what that is.
Oh, yes. I just happened to be wrestling. I learned from one of the best. His name was Droopy. And I just know that he's going to be so proud of everything that I've been doing with him lately. Bulldogs happen to be quite an entertaining breed. And when you happen to size up with them, they are can be quite intimidating. So, first thing, what's important?
Thank you, Droopy.
Very fun. So now we have, Rainbow Bright. Rainbow Bright.
We have a big scoop for you today on the 10 o'clock news. The man who can shoot a rainbow out of his mouth. And some people love it, some people hate it. Mr. Jick Chud, now, how did you discover you had this talent?
How does anybody discover they can shoot a rainbow out of their mouth? Come on.
Switch. There we go. Not happy to be asked about that. All right. Next up, we have Grim Reaper. Ooh, Grim Reaper. Go ahead, Will. Grim Reaper.
Today, what we have with us is a man who has been imitating the Grim Reaper on the Las Vegas Strip for years. Tell me, what are your favorite people visiting Las Vegas to pose with and to delight with your act?
Oh, you know those old ladies at the slot machines? They hate it, but I love it.
All right, switch. Ooh. Excellent. All right, got Jack and Will up here. Your suggestion is going to be Texas Chainsaw Manicure. Texas Chainsaw Manicure.
Welcome to NPR, this evening's Fresh Air Report. I have with me today psychopath and chainsaw enthusiast. Your name is written as Gargles, who is here to talk about your new nail polish business.
All right, well, first of all, I'd like to say that psychopath is a little offensive to what I do. I like to think of myself as thinking outside the box.
And there we go. We'll tweet that there. We'll switch. Very angry Richard Nixon. All right. So, let's see. We've got, Black Widow. Black Widow.
I'm so happy to be here on this Ad Week podcast where we interview the icons of culture. And tonight for our Halloween special, I have in front of us that murdering mistress, that maven we all wonder how she branded herself so well, the Black Widow. Let's start with that. Tell us, how did you achieve such a brand?
Well, the first thing you got to do, honey, is get yourself lots of boys, and then you just start killing them. And switch. All right. We'll keep going here. We have, let's see, a candy tummy ache. We have a candy tummy ache.
Oh my goodness. It's so good to see you today. Thank you for coming to my office. Perhaps you'd like to tell me something?
Well, so there weren't a lot of Snickers, but there was another one with the caramel, and it was really good. And I just ate them, and Mom went in the other room, and while she was gone, I ate them really, really, really fast. And but then there was the one with the berries, and I don't feel good.
Here's the bucket.
And switch the bucket. Next up, we have Cruella de Vil. Cruella de Vil.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Versace today. With me is famed belt maker Cruella de Vil. Cruella, I know that you've had quite the fancy for black and white, but
yes.
Please do tell us about your new line involving nothing but hairless cats.
Oh, this is fabulous. Pink everywhere. Pink is the new black, you know. And so, I've got these cute little Kate Spade-like purses and pockets and a little hat and also face masks. All skin. All skin.
Switch. All right. We've got a headless horseman. Headless horseman.
David. Thank you, David. I'll talk to the other half of your body. David, thank you for coming in for this interview. You want this job as the headless horseman. So far, you're doing just great. And you tell me why you think you should have this job.
Well, as you can see, I've begun my receding headline. Starting to bring it back into.
Nicely done. Nicely done. We're going to end that one there. Give it up for all your Switch interview with a vampire improvisers. Dun, da, da, da. Nicely done. Welcome, welcome. Okay. So next up, we have a game called Blind Line of Doom. Ooh, Blind Line of Doom. For this, I need to put a few people on into the waiting room. We've got Alan. Thank you, sir. So Alan's going to be put on hold. We've got Alicia. She is put on hold. Mr. Michael Kittleson will be put on hold. And Rolly Cafaro will be put on hold. There we go. All right. So now what we have here, let's see. There we go. All right. Sorry about that. I had to click on a little something there. Okay. So I need a bunch of different lines of dialogue from everybody in the chat. So right now, start typing in all sorts of different lines of dialogue into that chat, maybe Halloween themed things, Halloween lines of dialogue that you've heard in movies, maybe something scary to say to someone, so whisper something what would startle you or scare somebody. How about some different things that you'd read in a book recently that might startle you, a tagline to a movie that you would say. All these different things, go ahead and put into the chat. And in a moment, I'm going to jump into that chat and I'm going to start reading those. And Jack will write those down. And as they pretend to pick up a piece of paper, they'll actually pick up a piece of paper. There you go. Thank you, Jack. This is a line. He will put it on the screen. The person who went to lead to the line will read that, and then they have to read it, justify why they said what they did when they did, and then continue on in that scene. So right now, as you fill up the chat with all sorts of different spooky, scary lines, I'm going to take a peek at them and I will read them so Jack knows which ones to get. So first one I saw here is donuts. I thought you said go nuts. There we go. Donuts. I thought you said go nuts. Excellent. A lot of good lines here. You can do it, babe. You can do it, babe. Nice. We have, so you're saying you're not into dismemberment. All right. So you're saying you're not into dismemberment. Very good there. We also have, did you steal my candy? Did you steal my candy? Go ahead, feel free to keep putting in those different lines of dialogue. We have, do the monster mash. Do the monster mash. Oh, this is good too. I like this one. We have behind you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with 5 U's at the end, the letter U. Behind you. We have, I'll bite your leg off. All right. We have, I'll bite your leg off. Excellent. And let's see. Lots of good ones coming in here. I just want to make sure I'm sharing it with everybody. Am I chewing too loud? There you go. That's a scary line right there. Am I chewing too loud? Excellent. Oh, why can't we just get into the running car? There's a good one too. Why can't we just get into the running car? Excellent. Oh, I like that one too. Let's head to the cemetery. Let's head to the cemetery. Okay, so we've got a whole bunch of lines there. I might come back and get one more. Here we go. This swamp will run red with the fruits of my viscous slaughter. Corum. All right. Oh my goodness. This swamp will run red with the fruits of my viscous slaughter. That's one of those things, maybe I should have read that before I started to read it out loud. But there we go. Thank you, Corum. So we have, oh, and you know what? I'm going to give you one more, Jack, just to balance that out. Let's snuggle up. Let's snuggle up. Okay. So those are all the lines that we have for you. Thank you very much for putting those in there. I am going to need a suggestion of something for this scene to take place around. So how about an activity aside from a trick or treat or aside from like a Halloween party? What is something you might do at this time of year? What's something Halloween-y you might partake in, or something that maybe happens in Halloween movies or TV specials or things like that? All right. So thank you. Yes. So as you put those in, like I said, what's going to happen is they're going to start a scene. They'll hold up a little piece of paper to cue Jack to put up that yellow screen. When he does it, it'll have one of the lines written on it. And when that pops up, they will read it. And then they have to justify why they said what they did when they did. Okay. So let's see what we have coming in here. A lot of wonderful different things. So I'll take two. I'll take two suggestions that I saw right one after the other. It's going to be searching for pants and ice skating in costumes. I feel like those bobbing for a lot of pants things going on. But we have to bring those 4 back in here right now to get this game going. So to do that, I'm going to take them off of hold. And as I take them off of hold, I just want to thank you very much for watching and participating in this show that we are doing. It's something we were excited to put together for everybody out there. And it means a lot that you would tune in and watch as well. So we have our performers back in here. Alicia Allen, I saw Michael. And there is Rolly here. Yeah, I see his name down there. Okay, so we have a bunch of different lines of suggestions for you. Very creative group here. I'm going to give you 2 suggestions to base your scene around. That is searching for pants and ice skating in costumes. So you have ice skating in costumes and searching for pants. All right, we'll give you about 4 minutes on the clock to do this.
Mike,
Yes.
this is Rolly.
Yes.
You have to start my camera.
Oh, okay. There he is.
There. I feel so much better. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to do this.
Welcome back. Fantastic. All right, here we go. Your suggestion, 4 minutes on the clock. 2 of you will start, and here we go.
Alan, I'm babysitting for you tonight, but also my boyfriend is gonna come by.
All right, well, I hope you can handle no pants because I can't find any of them.
So that brings me to it, mister. You need to put some pants on before he gets here. I'm going to be so embarrassed.
It's Saturday night. It's a full moon. If it's a full moon up there, it's a full moon back here. That's just how it goes. Happy babysitting.
Okay. Look, my boyfriend always tries to scare me when he shows up. He's just so crazy. So
what could be scarier than having you as a girlfriend in the first place?
Oh, right. Look, that's it. I was going to take you ice skating as a treat, but now I'm going to embarrass you by putting you in a costume and then sending you out there.
That costume better not have pants or I don't know what I'm going to do.
Oh, it does. In fact, it's only pants. It's
That is
pants
not
on the
fair.
bottom and
It's
top
not
pants.
fair. In fact, am I chewing too loud? Because you are gumming up the works here tonight.
Yeah, you're chewing and spraying it instead of saying it. That's what's happening. Now look, as I told you, let's head to the cemetery. See how you've pushed me? Ice skating's off. We're going
I thought
to
we
the
were going to go ice
cemetery.
skating at the cemetery.
It's a small pond that is located there. It's more of a puddle, really, but it's frozen.
Awesome. Let's go to the cemetery. I'm so into that. That's awesome.
All right.
Mom and Dad never take me there when I say I want to go there.
We cut to the cemetery.
Going there.
That pond ain't safe enough for anyone to skate on. As keeper of this cemetery, I gotta watch out for that pond and the safety of this community.
But that's exactly what I want. You see, my girlfriend's coming over, and I just want to scare the holy creepers out of her by sending her onto a pond that she thinks she's going to go through. And I think she's coming with this little pantsless dude that she babysits.
Listen, Chad, or whatever, that was an assumption.
Chad.
You can tell me, it is Chad. Wonderful.
It is Chad. That's
I'm
totally
not
awesome.
gonna, you seem like a good guy, but listen. Donuts? I thought you said go nuts. I got you some Krispy Kremes. I heard you were having a hard time at school.
Oh, man, you're awesome. As any cemetery caretakers come, you're like numero uno, dude. Hey, shh, here comes my girlfriend and the little pantsless dude. I'm going to hide behind this, the thing that they bury people in.
Okay, Chad.
Alan, I hope you have decided that it was a bad idea not
to wear pants. I can
Are you
see
kidding?
your
This is the
loose bumps.
best night ever. There's nothing better than being a child pantsless in the cemetery. I can't believe my good luck in all of this that's all been happening. Let's snuggle up.
Okay, no, I told you I'm teaching you a lesson
But
about
listen, the reason
preparing
I've
for
been
the weather.
but I've been so difficult all night because, like, you know, little kids, they get crushes on their babysitters. I've got a crush on you. So I was hoping we could snuggle up next to the Henderson's mausoleum.
Look, we can. Oh no! Oh my God! I don't want to scare you.
You need to go to the ice rink. The ice rink. Yes. Do the monster mash. The monster mash while you ice skate.
I'm trying, but she said she doesn't want to snuggle.
Oh my God, that sounds like Chad. I think he's just trying to scare me.
Well, either way, we got to do what he says.
You're totally on me. How'd you know that?
Chad, because only you would say that thing about the monster mash. Now look, I have to care for this kid and he has a crush on me. It's already awkward.
Whatever, you two go smooch it up. I'm going to go pantsless by the pond. Later, losers.
All right, look,
Lisa,
Chad.
I mean,
yeah.
I love that you are working outside the house and everything because it's totally cool. But if he has a crush on you, don't you think it's a little odd that he's not wearing pants? I mean, I'll bite your leg off. I mean,
Chad,
I've always said that, honey, I'll bite your leg off. But that little guy.
Okay, look, I love it when you bite my leg, okay? And he just has to be taught. But Chad, I wanted to talk about the more pressing matter, which is I don't trust the graveyard caretaker here. And I know I just let Alan run off by himself, but I'm actually afraid he might be like a murderer.
I don't know. He seemed pretty cool. Why don't we just like watch and see what happens when the two of them meet? If anything happens, we'll just jump in there.
We cut to the pond. Listen, kid.
Pond.
I'm the keeper of this graveyard.
Hi, I'm the pantsless visitor.
I'm going to assume your name is Chad.
Oh,
it's the only name I know.
Okay, then go ahead and do that.
Listen, that pond ice is not thick enough for visitors on it.
It's fine. I'm just a little kid. Look at me dancing. Nothing bad could possibly happen to me here at all. Everything's fine. I hear some creaking noises. So you're saying you're not into dismemberment?
I am not.
That's Todd. Oh, the swamp will run red with the fruits of my viscous.
I knew it.
Chad.
I knew he was.
It's only a matter of time till someone says that.
My money's on the pantsless kid.
As well it should be.
Nice. That was the game of Blind Line of Doom. Thank you very much for scripting the majority of that. Good job, improvisers, as well. This next game that we have, I like this one a lot. It's Try That On for Size. We have Sarah, Will, Dave Warts, and Alan jumping in on this one. So right now, what I need is, how about some activities that you would do around Halloween, maybe at a Halloween party, maybe setting up and getting ready for Halloween. So type those activities into the chat, and in a moment, I'm going to pick one of those and I'm going to give it to one of the improvisers. They're going to start doing a certain motion, just a small repetitive motion over and over that is related to that activity. They will say what they're doing. They will say, try that on for size, with an evil laugh afterwards. And the other improviser will have to justify that same motion, but this time it'll have to be something different. They have to come up with another thing that activity, that movement looks like, and then they'll toss it back and forth for a little bit. Then I'll jump in and get a new one, and then we'll switch it out. So we'll go with a couple different pairs here. How about we get Will and Dave up first? We'll have Will and Dave, and then our other set of improvisers will be Sarah and Alan. So we'll just kind of go back and forth between those two sets. So we have Will and Dave here. We have, let's see, we'll take, okay. Yeah, we're putting on a mask, putting on a costume in general. So Dave Wirtz, why don't you initiate with a movement of putting on a costume? Go ahead, take it away, Dave.
I'm putting on a costume. Try that on for size.
I'm revealing myself to the Scooby-Doo gang. Try that on for size.
I'm moving my bald spot to the front of my forehead. Try that out for size.
I have no idea how to do this weightlifting exercise. Try that on for size.
You know how people like to rub towels in between their legs? Well, guess what? I'm going to do it on the top half. Try that on for size.
I just smelled a really stinky smell, and so I'm punching myself in the nose to stop smelling it. Try that on for size.
I'm slowly eroding my hairline to give myself one of those reverse mohawks. Try that on for size.
I'm performing a really repetitive elbow drop on a super short person. Try that on for size.
All right, nice job, you two. There we go. Excellent. Let's get Sarah and Alan back on up here. We're going to give you a, let's see, there's some good ones here. Carving a pumpkin. Let's carve a pumpkin. Alan, why don't you initiate the movement for carving a pumpkin? Take it away, sir.
I'm carving a pumpkin. Try that on for size.
I'm brushing my alligator's teeth. Try that on for size.
I'm an Amish person trying to figure out this zipper for the first time in my life. Try that on for size.
I'm walking my Barbie up and down the stairs of her dream house. Try that on for size.
I don't know how a Play-Doh fun factory works, so I'm just pulling out the spaghetti strings instead of pushing them out the top. Try that on for size.
I'm firing off the shotgun at a really slow rate with a small nail file. Try that on for size.
I'm somehow defying all laws of physics and biology by actually pulling off all of my fingerprints like little squiggly lines. Try that on for size.
All right. Nicely done. All right, we'll swing back around to Dave and Will one more time. We're going to give you running away from a serial killer. Ooh, running away from a serial killer. Will, why don't you set the motion? Go ahead.
I'm running away from a serial killer. Try that on for size.
I'm showing everyone what a 90-degree angle looks like. Try that on for size.
I'm doing the YMCA in Morse code. Try that on for size.
I'm going as Wilson from Home Improvement. Try that on for size.
I'm petting a really obnoxiously tall cat. Try that on for size.
I'm punching all the birds that are slowly flying into my vicinity. Try that on for size.
Whoa, you shouldn't be punching birds, dude.
I know. What the heck? Excellent. Good job, both of you.
I didn't do the thing. Oh, man.
That's okay. We've got Sarah and Alan coming back here. Few people here are asking for bobbing for apples. So we'll do bobbing for apples. Sarah, why don't you initiate that movement? Bobbing for apples, however you think that works. Go ahead.
I'm bobbing for apples. Try that on for size.
I'm your scary grandpa doing the chase you with my fake teeth gag. Try that on for size.
I'm showing you all my cavities, and you're a dentist in a box. Try that on for size.
I'm the shyest groundhog on February 2nd. Try that on for size.
I'm looking over the fence to see what you're doing. Try that on for size.
I'm one of the animatronic dancers and singers at a Chuck E. Cheese band, but I'm broken and I'm making creepy whirring noises and I'm scaring all the children more than usual. Try that on for size.
There we go. Excellent. Give it up for them for the game of Try That On for Size. Excellent. Very creative stuff there. Thank you very much for that. Creative suggestions and creative improv as well. So we have our next game coming up, which is a game called Scattergories. Ooh, Scattergories is for Dick, Deborah, Mark, Jack, Mike D, and Julie. They are going to pop up onto your screens right now. There they are. So I need from you a bunch of different categories. Let's start with something Halloween-y, something you think of, something that could fit into a list. An example of how this game goes, if we got the category of colors, I would call out different people's names, and when I call out their name, they will list a color. Say it was like red, yellow, blue, orange. When I hear one of the suggestions that I think could be the beginning of a brand new list, I will say which is also, and then they will give me the name of the new list. So if it was colors and they were red, yellow, blue, orange, I might say which is also, and then they would say a type of fruit. And then it'll go on where I call out their names rapidly and they have to say something that fits that category. If they can't come up with something, if they hesitate, they will be out of the game. If they say something that doesn't quite fit that category, they will be out of the game. And we will see who is the last one standing in this game of Scattergories. So, like I said, in the chat, go ahead, put something down that you think fits in a Halloween category, and I will check that out. Let's see. We had some different things before. We've had candy as a suggestion a bunch. So I'm going to take candy. As I take this, feel free to put more stuff into the chat that fit under different categories, things you could make a list about. All right. So I will call out types of candy. Fantastic. So I will call out someone's name and they have to say something that is in that list. Let's begin. Durenberg.
Butterfinger.
Jack.
M&M's.
Julie.
Wix.
Dick.
Kit Kat.
Mark.
Skittles.
Deborah.
Mars.
Jack.
Snickers.
Which is also
A way to say laughing.
Mike.
Guffaw.
Deborah.
Turtle.
Mark.
Chuckle.
Dick.
Hee haw.
Which is also
What sound an animal makes.
Julie.
Meow.
Deborah. Mark.
Quack.
Which is also
A bad doctor.
Jack.
One that cuts your leg off.
Mark.
One that has no degree.
Dick.
Dvorkian.
Mike.
Dr. Nick from The Simpsons.
Deborah.
The one who tells you not to do things.
Which is also
A good teacher.
Julie.
Mrs. Enlow from the 8th grade.
Dick.
Play-Doh.
Which is also
A type of utensil.
hold on a second.
Play-Doh.
Play-Doh?
Plate.
Oh, plate dough. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm out. Gone.
Nice. All right. So we have scary movies. Let's do scary movies as our new list. Scary movies. Jack.
Trick or treat.
Mike.
Friday the 13th.
Deborah.
It.
Mark.
Scream.
Which is also
A way to be loud.
Julie.
Use symbols.
Deborah.
Yell.
Jack. Jack, Deborah wasn't commanding you to yell. That is okay. All right. We've got another category. We hear bugs. We have bugs. Mark.
Caterpillar.
Mike.
Centipede.
Deborah.
Ants.
Julie.
Box elder bugs.
Julie.
Bigger ants.
Deborah.
Stink bugs.
Which are also
the name that I give my children.
Mark.
Kiddos.
Mike.
The little ones.
Mark.
My offspring.
Which is also
the album that I bought in 1994.
Mike.
Yes.
Hootie and the Blowfish.
Deborah.
Never mind.
Which is also
a way to tell your significant other to shush.
Julie.
Enough.
Mike.
Oh, man.
No, I believe you. I don't think they will leave you alone.
Okay.
Shush. Oh, man. Nice. All right. So let's get another one here. We have kinds of monsters. Ooh, very good category. Kinds of monsters. All right. Julie.
Yeti.
Mark.
An evil nun.
Deborah.
Cookie.
Mark.
The Hoobastank.
Which is also
the other band from the 90s that we don't want to acknowledge.
Julie.
Gin Blossoms.
Deborah.
Nickelback.
Mike. Mike, that's me. Mark.
7 Mary 3.
Which is also
horrible math.
Horrible math. All right, Julie.
My tax reports.
Deborah.
Rounding up pie.
Which is also
what we do on Thanksgiving.
Mark.
Stuff ourselves.
Julie.
Unbutton your pants.
Which is also
how you put on a costume.
Mark.
Zip.
Deborah.
Button.
Julie.
Velcro.
Mark.
Bring the mask down.
Which is also
a way to get kicked out of Pick and Save.
Excellent. Julie.
Sample the grapes.
Deborah.
The price tags off the wine.
Mark.
Poke the worker who works in liquor.
Julie.
Try the cat food.
Try the yeah, that'll get you kicked out, no doubt about it. I'm going to change up. I'm going to give you a brand new suggestion here from the people. We have superheroes. Superheroes. All right, Deborah.
Superman.
Julie.
Thor.
Mark.
Aquaman.
Deborah.
Wonder Woman.
Julie.
Flash Gordon.
Mark.
Ant-Man.
Which is also
your aunt after having a gender change.
Fair enough, Mark. You took a little too long to get that one out there. That is A-okay. All right, we're down to 2. Let's see what happens here. We have, let's see, tombstone names. All right, so names you would find on a tombstone. I think this could go on for a while here. All right, so tombstone names, Deborah.
I'm a goner.
Nice. Julie.
Wife of.
Deborah.
You are sad.
Julie. Buddy.
Deborah.
Biscuits.
Biscuits, nice. I got a new category for you. Handsome celebrities. Handsome celebrities. Julie.
Timothy Oliphant.
Deborah.
Selleck.
I'm sorry. Selleck does not quite work. I understand you mean Tom Selleck with the old mustache. Good job. Julie is our winner of categories. A nice round of but yay. Excellent. Thank you for playing that one. Now, next up, we have the game of Mega Replay 2, Lost in New York. So Mega Replay 2, Lost in New York. We're going to have a setup scene by Alan, Sarah, and Michael Kittleson. So you know it'll be a 1.5-minute setup scene for this. And then I'm going to get some different suggestions, and the next team is going to replay that.
with some different styles. So I need a whole bunch of different styles to do here. To get them to play with. So for this, the first thing I need though is give me a suggestion for this scene, something Halloweeny, something you've seen maybe in a Halloween movie, maybe the slight plot to a Halloween movie for this. And then after you type in a suggestion for this scene to be about, do me a favor and put in some different emotions. Type in some different accents that you find, like some European accents and maybe some accents you find in the US of A. And then maybe let's do some theater styles and movie styles. So all sorts of different suggestions. And then throughout, I will divvy those up to the different performers, and they will take that on as well. So we have walking in a graveyard. Thank you, Carrie. We have walking in a graveyard, not to be confused with ice skating in a graveyard. So we are going to be walking in a graveyard, and then I'll get those other suggestions. So feel free to keep pumping in those accents, emotions, and theater styles, movie styles, and maybe throw in some celebrity names too. All right. Take it away. You got a minute and a half. Please begin.
All right. Sarah, you're our newest employee here at Lawn Care Louie. So happy to have you.
I'm happy to be had. I sharpened up all my lawn tools and I got them in my trunk. I'm ready to go.
Hey, that's great. I'm so glad you're psyched to be working for Lawn Care Louie. By the way, I'm Louie.
Really an honor to meet you, sir. I've read your books that you wrote all about lawn care and the art of the clip.
That's great. Hey, you're supposed to be at the graveyard mowing those lawns right now. Scoot your boot.
See you later. Oh. Hey, I'm here to cut the grass.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm digging my own grave. I can't afford to get in here, so I figure if I already have the hole, they can't not put me in it.
Oh, did you check that out with Louie? I'm not sure that's up to code.
Oh, there's nothing up to code about it. I have a styrofoam casket. It's not going to end well, but it'll be over for me, so I don't care. Don't worry.
There we go. Nice. We'll end right there. Nicely done. A nice setup scene. So now what is going to happen is Rolly, Mark, and Alicia are going to replay that, but we're going to give them a couple different things to take that on. Okay. So let's see. In the chat, we got mainly accents. So if you can put in some different emotions next and some different styles of theater and some different styles of movie, that would be helpful. For this, I'm going to take Scottish, British, and Australian. So we have Scottish, British, and Australian. Those are going to be the three accents that this next scene contains: a British accent, an Australian accent, and a Scottish accent. All right, here we go. That same scene with those new endowments. All right, take it away. Begin.
So, Sarah, you're our newest employee at Lawn Care Louie. I should have chosen a different name, but I need to know that you are ready for your first day.
Oh, I'm sure ready for me first day, I am.
All right, well, you got to get down to the cemetery right away. They're waiting for you. The grass has been growing all season and nobody's been there to cut it.
All right, I'll just bring my tea and my crumpet and I'll be on my way.
All right, get you going already.
Hello there.
Good day. What's that? Oh,
I'm
Sheila,
just
are you?
here to-
Hey, look at you. You're a cute one, aren't you?
Oh, flattery will get you everywhere, sir. I'm simply here to just mow the grass.
Right, there's a billabong out back where you could start, and then bring it around this way. I'm digging my own grave. You know, can't afford to get in here, but As soon as I kick off, I'm gonna drop myself right into the hole. Aye! Walk, walk!
That sounds just like a band from my hometown, the Beatles. They also, yes, enjoyed graveyards, much like yourself.
Rigby was one of their big numbers. I buried an old lady over there with a wallaby, Eleanor Rigby. I saw something that wasn't quite up to snuff, though. She was buried in a styrofoam casket. But you know what I noticed? I'm going to do that for myself, because they're never going to let me decompose in a regular pine box, that's for sure.
Oh, bollocks. I love it.
That's right.
There we go. Bollocks indeed. All right. Next. All right. Thank you very much. We're going to bring Sarah, Allen, and Kittleson back. I've got some fun different things for you looking through here. We're going to give you a film noir. This is going to be a film noir. And I'm going to put another little level of challenge on it. Alan, you're going to be John Wayne as well. So you are John Wayne in a film noir.
Dreams are coming true.
All right, take it away.
Sarah, welcome to Lawn Care Louie. It's been, what, 20, 30 years since we've seen each other?
It was a dream of mine to meet Louis in person, and finally, I'd met him for the second time here at my car. I had my tools in my trunk. I was ready to go. I'm all set, boss.
Sarah, you're a fantastic employee, and you were an even better. Well, I shouldn't even go there, but Sarah and I were lovers. Sarah, you need to go down to the graveyard and cut that grass. You hear me? Why don't you go down there right now before I blow my top?
I hear what you're pitching. I'm going. Say, here to cut the grass, you know.
Yeah, I know. A dame walked up to me in the graveyard. Dames and graveyards don't mix. They're a dangerous combination. Now, don't mind me, sweetheart. I'm just digging a hole to plant myself in. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll bloom.
Say, maybe you should come and have me watch you throw yourself in sometime.
Careful what you're asking there. Besides this old shovel, I only got two things on me at all times. One's a 45. I keep it loaded. The other's a shot of bourbon. It keeps me loaded.
Wasn't that something?
Wasn't that something indeed? That's time. Nicely done. Thank you for that one. Last replay here, we've got, let's do Shakespeare. That's always fun. So we'll give Alicia, Mark, and Rolly Shakespeare. So let's see that scene as a Shakespeare scene. Take it away.
Yea, Sarah, good morrow, fine lady.
Oh, thou sayest, sir, I do come to do your bidding. What shall you have me do?
Well, today is the first day of the Louis of the Lawn Care. And yea, though the grass hath grown all season, here and anon it grows out of control, and though the oracle spake it thus, I did ignore the warning when it came. But alas and alack, it is now time to take care of the deed, and the grass has to be cut short.
Methinks he doesn't know that in addition to my sharpened blade, I doth carry poison. Of course, sir, I shall be right on it, to the graves with me.
Oh, you knew where to go. Yes, you must go to the graves immediately. There is a man there waiting for you. He is lost in the grass, and you must find him.
Speak you of a man? I am not yet ready to marry.
It's just a man.
Oh, then okayest. To the graves.
Yea, do not tarry.
Pretty fair lord, as I tarry upon this grave and know that my last day is upon me, that thou shalt please me by sending someone to share my days of yore, someone who shall be pleasing to the eye and shall charm the heart, a love interest that thine had never had. Lo, shall I otherwise throw myself into a grave that I am digging for my own head?
Good sir, it is I up in this balcony. That's right, you didn't realize there was a balcony in the graveyard, but there is.
Oh, thou art a visage for sore eyes up there. And thou dost have a weed eater in thine hands, do thee not?
Ha, 'tis true, 'tis a eater of weeds, but sir, I would love to see you closer and gaze upon thine fair countenance.
Shall you look upon me? Shall you see in my eyes a longing for life, a longing for love, a life that has been deprived of other privations? Thou hast been sent from on high. Thou art a woman that shall live with me here in the... Oh no! The horrible curse of it all! I finally meet a woman and I am going to die!
Just when?
I dug my own grave!
That is so lucky! It's saving us all this time!
There you go.
Push me
That's
in.
time. Push him in.
I'm dying! I'm still dying!
I have some poison, but I didn't need it.
Well, all right. Excellent. Give all your replayers a nice round of applause in the chat there. There is our Shakespeare to round it all out. So at this time, I want to bring everybody back up here. So we are pretty much at time for the show we're going to do for you. I want to put a challenge to everybody, though, to think of their favorite Halloween pun. All right. It can be in in the format of any sort of pun game we've played, like the 185 or waiter, there's a blank in my soup or anything like that, or just any sort of Halloween pun you can think of. And I'll come to everybody as I announce you to say goodbye. You'll say your pun and then our show shall end. So think of your favorite Halloween pun. And I just want to thank all of the improvisers for taking part in this show tonight. Thank you very much for being here. And of course, our audience for tuning in and watching. Thank you very much for watching the show. It means a lot. It'd be, I mean, we have done this without people watching, and judge that how you will. We have fun, but it's even more fun when you're here watching. So thank you very much for spending your Halloween night with us. And we're doing this. If you like, watching live theater and want to contribute to help keep it going, this is free, and we're going to put out some more free shows along the way. So please keep your eye on the Comedy Sports social media and on your emails for that. But if you can spare a couple bucks, you can go to PayPal and enter in the Comedy Sports Milwaukee at gmail.com in there and toss a couple bucks our way. A couple bucks go a long way during this difficult time for live theater. So thank you very much for being here. Let's hear some of these puns. I'm just going to randomly pick people as I see them on my screen. Let's start with Deborah. Deborah, what is your Halloween pun?
I kissed a ghost.
Well, how was it?
How was it?
I was great. She let me touch her boo.
There you go. Deborah Stenzel, everybody. Thank you kindly. Excellent. Mr. Kittleson, Michael Kittleson.
Okay. 185 vampires walk into a bar, and the bartender's like, "I'm sorry, we do not serve. We're closed, but we would serve you, but we're closed." And the vampires are just like, "Oh, that sucks."
Hey, Michael Kittleson, everyone. Julie?
185 specters walk into the bar, and the bartender says, "Oh man, I'm just now closing. Well, let me see if we can stay open." And he turns to find out, and when he comes back, they're gone. He'd been totally ghosted.
Ah, nice. Julie Ferris Tillman, everyone. Dave Wirtz.
185 monsters walk into the bar. The bartender's like, "Oh, I see your party is right up." But wait, aren't you missing one? Weren't you supposed to have 186? And 185 monsters like, "Oh man, we left Dr. Frankenstein's."
Dave Wirtz, everybody. Nice. Alicia.
Dear Mom and Dad, thank you for sending me to Halloween Monster Science Camp. I just took a DNA test. It turns out I'm 100% that witch.
Alicia Altstetter, everyone. Nice. Mark Redlick.
Mine's kind of the reverse of Julie's, but did you hear about Jimmy the Ghost?
No, what?
His wife turned him in, but I bet you'd never suspect her.
Hey, Mark Redlick, everyone. Nice. Will.
Hey, did you hear about Jimmy the Ghost?
No,
What?
Yeah, the law was after him, so he had to disappear.
Hey, nice. Will Washcoon. There we go. Sarah Calvert.
You say, did you hear about all the pumpkins?
No.
No, what?
They were smashing.
Nice. Jack.
Well, the bad news is that you have ghost-itis, but the good news is it's only a boo.
Oh.
Jack Packard, everyone. Mike Durenberg.
Dear Mom and Dad, thanks for sending me to zombie camp. It's time you acknowledge that I'm the brains of the family.
Nice. Rolly.
How do you catch a scarecrow's living bra? In a booby trap.
Rolly Cafaro. Excellent. Dick.
Well, I've had a lot of time to think about this. Come up with nothing. Okay, there's hey, waiter, there's a bat in my soup.
Oh no!
There's a bat in the soup. That's all.
Oh, there's a bat
in the soup.
I guess the kitchen's just winging it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Exactly. Bye, everybody.
Yeah, Dick Chudnow, everyone. Thank you, Dick, for being a part of this. And Alan.
Of all the puns that are left, hooray. Let's see. I kissed the ghost of a pumpkin.
Ooh,
how was it?
She was gorgeous, and I'm hoping to get her between the sheets.
There we go. Double points for Alan Guskowski. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching our performance. Like I said, more to come. Stay happy, stay well. That's the end of this. Take care. Have a great Halloween. Don't forget to vote.
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye.
We love you.
Bye.